Hi everybody, this is Hannah from Twig&Berry channel, and today I'm gonna take you on my journey to Patchwork, online game Patchwork, and I choose to play against Ute, which is medium level. So this is my first game. I just download the app and I paid. I think it was like 4.99 euros, I'm not sure, something like that. And this is my very first game, so Ute goes first. Okay, she took that 2 buttons, interesting move. Well, my strategy is like not to get too much in advance, because now I can take basically quite a lot of turns. So my option is button or non-button. I choose with the buttons because I'm gonna have a payday soon. So this is quite nice to start with, 2 buttons. Yes, it's expensive, 2 buttons, but anyway, you know, there's a whole game ahead of us and there will be a lot of gains from this piece. So I think I passed, yes. And now it's Ute's turn. She's also passing, interesting. Well, I don't know, I like to take some buttons, but I also like to fill the space, yeah? And I choose to take the first one because for me it's like, you know, more squares covered than the last piece and the same kind of money and time, so I chose this one. It gets me just right in front of Ute, so I don't want to give her so much advantage, and she's passing, interesting. And again, I'm not super sure if I want to spend these 2 buttons on this piece, so I pass. And here we came to a crazy interesting situation, because basically none of us really like the pieces that we've been offered, and we've been just passing and getting some income, which was very interesting. We played very carefully, even though Ute is just AI, you know, artificial intelligence. But yeah, as I'm looking at the following pieces, you can see they just cost 1 button, no button, and I like to get those ones than to get these expensive ones with buttons. So I like to use my strategy to basically skip until I push Ute to take the first step. So this was like a cat and mouse game, you know, at this stage. And I was like, okay, are we gonna continue like this until the finish? Well, you will see. Okay, I'm passing again. And Ute is passing as well, so you can see I was very like confused. But now I can offer all of them. I can afford all of them, but again, I'm not super convinced I like to invest in them. And based on the Ute's reaction, she's also not interested in them, and you know, she should know what she's doing. Okay, and now she's taken that piece. Interesting move. So now you can kind of see what's the strategy behind the artificial intelligence at this point. So now I can grab some of those very cheap ones. In terms of time, it's 2, 3, and 2, and I took this one. No, I took the first one, yes. And it was a hard decision. Basically, for the same amount, I could basically have 1 patch bigger, one, you know what I mean, 1 square bigger patch, but I decided to take this one because it allowed me to be still on turn and possibly grab one of these patches. I didn't want to skip so much ahead and to get to these more expensive ones like 3 and 4 buttons, as you can see on the coming pieces. So, and then I grabbed that one. It's basically for free. It's an amazing piece and it gets me a button, and it's quite early in the game, so I think it will be worthy. You know, this is like a nice cheap button generator. It's free, it's taking a lot of space, it pushes me up 3, but it's not that bad. Okay, Ute is taking the second best choice and she's still on her turn. Interesting, because now there will be more expensive pieces, as I can see. Okay, she skipped just right in front of me, and I think this is very crucial. You don't want to give so much advantage to the opponent, so basically skipping just 1 space ahead of them, I think it gives you very good strategic point of view, because you can see now I can take 3-time, 3-time or 2-time piece, which, you know, I jump quite far in a way, but both of them are very nice, you know, they are not that expensive. There is one that takes me that gives me 1 button, and I think I choose to take the button because I really need to jump on this button game, because Ute has so far 5 buttons and I have 3, so I really need to catch up on her. So I took that one. Close enough to take the patch, and I really wanted to take the patch, but later, you know, sadly in this game she was taking the patches first in a way. I was always 1 step behind the patch, but again, I didn't want to give her so much advantage. Okay, quite a lot of options we have here. The last one, 7 buttons, but 1 time I can take my turn again. I think it's a very good one, and as I'm looking at the future upcoming pieces, they will be also expensive. But as I said, I really want to focus on getting more buttons to get my income and to catch up on Ute. So I took the one with the button. Not that bad, 5 space piece. Okay, Ute, as you see, she took just 1 little step and she's again on her turn. Oh no, sorry, that was me. So yeah, this was again, I need to catch up on this button game, so I wanted to spend this amount of money. Okay, I jumped quite ahead, and as you can see, again, 1 step behind the patch, which was not ideal, but this is what I can do, and I gave Ute a big advantage to really grab a lot of pieces that are quite cheap. As you can see, they're like 1 button, 3 buttons, 2 buttons, and very inexpensive in terms of time as well. So, but I was aware of this, but I really needed this 2-button piece to get some money income again. Even though it was painful to watch her grabbing all those big pieces, and you see how convenient they were for her. Oof, that was rough. And again, she took the patch. But I said, okay, this is challenge, definitely. Playing medium level. Okay. Again, quite a huge and expensive one with 6-time. Maybe I can grab the patch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, I'm gonna be 1 step behind the patch if I take the middle one. Ooh. Okay, I have 10 money, she's got 11. We're quite equal now in terms of also free space left. But I decided to take that corner piece. Okay, that was not the ideal, but well, okay, she's spending. Also not much. You can see she skipped that big button piece. And she's on her turn again. Yeah, that was also a very interesting piece for her. But I really wanted to grab this cross, because it's 1 button, it takes so much space, and I can fit it. It's 4-time. But then I saw this 7 buttons and 4-time as well. It can give me some income, and it's 6 piece, 6 squares coverage, and this is 7. The first one, blue one, 7 space coverage. And the middle one I also like, because then I can take my next turn, and here I guess I made slight mistake. I'm not sure, because I took the very last one with 2 buttons. Again, I didn't want to, you know, I just needed to boost my button income. But yeah, in this position I should have taken the middle small piece, and I still will have money for this big piece, because I have 9 buttons now, and this one costs 7 and the little one costs just 2, so I would have technically covered most of the spaces. And finally I got my patch, which is amazing because I'm running for this 7-to-7 bonus. Okay, now it's Ute's turn. Oh wow, that's a big one. Oof. Again, she's just 1 step ahead of me. She doesn't want to give me so much advantage. Again, these pieces. 6 money, 6 buttons, 2 buttons, 3 buttons. This was a hard one to choose from. I was choosing between the second and third option, and I didn't want to skip so much ahead with this 4 time. Maybe I should have taken, yeah, I think I took this smaller one because I didn't want again to be so much ahead and to give opportunities to either get a lot of income, or in this case she would definitely grab a lot of pieces on her way to me. Okay, so she's taken the big H. No, this one, sorry. This one is also a good piece. It's like 6 squares covering a lot of space. Nice one in a later game because it has no buttons. Ooh, that one is tempting. 1 button and 5, because usually you can see all of them are quite expensive in terms of time. And if I skip, I would just gain what? Two buttons if I skip ahead of Ute. So I decided to cover myself a little bit more, even though the choices were not on my side. But again, I got the patch, which was amazing. Where did I put it? Oh yeah, up there. And as you can see, I already got my 7 to 7 bonus, so I have 7 more points, which is amazing. Okay, Ute took that piece that I very love. And again, I was just watching how she's grabbing all these pieces basically for free. You see, 1 button, wow, a lot of space to cover, and she just got a little ahead of me. Okay, and here is again the piece, you know, 2 buttons 1 time, the one that I skipped before, so I couldn't leave it just there sitting, so I took it because now it's the right time to fit it somewhere. As you can see, I ran into this kind of crazy situation with all that narrow space. It's not ideal because there are still big pieces coming. Anyway, I fit it there quite nicely. I was quite confident at this stage because, as you can see, yeah, Ute is covering more spaces. She's got 12 spaces left, as you can see on the bottom, and I have 23 spaces left, so I really need to cover all of these free spaces. 6 buttons, oof, that's expensive, but I could fit it there. But again, it was 4 squares piece, and this one is covering 5 spaces, so I decided to take this one and just fit it there. And as you can see, there is H, and there is no way I can fit it somewhere on my board. But again, I got a patch. It's my 3rd patch, as I believe. Yes, quite nice. But at this time, you see, I gave her a lot of space to grab that big piece with 3 buttons, and it fits there so nicely. I was like, oh, I'm in trouble right now with 17 spaces left. And as you can see, they're just big pieces. You know, I can afford them, but I have no place to put them. And I was like, oh no, there's nothing I can do. And if I skip, I just finish my game. So this was bitter. I had to pass. And that was not ideal, these last pieces. And she took her turn, she took her money, just income. She couldn't also fit anything there. But again, you know, you can see. And at this point, I was just celebrating. I was like, yeah, I won. But then I noticed that Ute, she's on the first one, and I'm the 2nd player. So I was like, oh God, no, I thought I can get it, you know. But 3 points difference is not that bad. Yeah, and especially considering this was my very first game and medium level. So if you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be publishing new videos every week with Patchwork and other online games. And I also am planning to do some board games videos. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.